everybody, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm here to bring you all another album review. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Dance Gavin Dance's latest album, Afterburner. I love Dance Gavin Dance. I've been a fan of them for around 2 years now, and I loved Artificial Selection, which was their last album. That's the album that really helped me fall in love with them, so I was very excited for this new album. The album came out on April 24th, so it's been a little while. I kind of had trouble getting into it at first. I just had to kind of force myself to keep listening to it. I really liked a lot of the singles, but we're going to get more into my thoughts on today's review. Per usual, I'm going to go through each song, talk a little bit about it, and at the end I will give my overall thoughts on the album. So let's get started. So starting with the first song, it's Prisoner. This was actually the first single that came out, and I don't really have knowledge of many of the singles. Like, I don't really think I listen to them much, other than maybe once. Usually I like to just kind of wait till the album's already out and then just listen to everything, so I listened to this one maybe once or twice. I wouldn't expect this to open the album when I first heard it, but I really like it and I think it fits. The chorus sounds like something from like an old Disney movie or like a musical when he's like, "Prisoner, can you hear us?" Like that whole section, I don't know why, it just feels like it should be a musical. Like, it's very theatrical to me. The song is kind of all over the place, to be honest, with like the screaming sections and then like the weird sounds and like the slow singing parts. Like, it's kind of everywhere, but like that's also kind of their style, so I don't mind it. Second song is Lyrics Lie. This is their third single, and it's one of my favorite songs on the album, definitely. I love the melody. When this song first came out, this was the first single that I actually really loved. I remember them posting a little snippet of it on Instagram, and I just loved the chorus. I was like, okay, like I can get behind this. This is great. It really caught my attention, and like this was the single that actually got me excited for the album. And I love the screaming part of the chorus. It's just like so much fun to sing when it's the screaming and the singing part back and forth. The part where he's like, "Remember when we almost died? Bum, bum, bum. Well, I don't think so." Like that whole section, oh, beautiful. I also love the bridge because there's just a lot of funny lyrics in a lot of their songs, including this one. He says, "Sorry, didn't mean to flex, just sit back down and learn from the best." I'm like, okay, King, like go off. So I really like this song a lot. The next song, I feel like I'm gonna butcher the name. Calentamiento Global. I don't speak Spanish, I speak French, so I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. It actually means global warming in Spanish, which I didn't know until I recently looked that up, but that's what that means. And I looked up the Spanish lyrics of the song because over half the song is in Spanish, and like there's a few verses that are in English, so I wanted to kind of just translate the whole thing and see what it said. And some of the Spanish lyrics, it's about like a woman's body, I guess, and it's like, "The way you move stops global warming," which I don't know why, but that just like really cracks me up. This is unlike anything I've ever heard from them before, and I really like it. Like, I'm glad they kind of stepped out of their comfort zone and tried this. And I'm trying to learn the Spanish section. Like, I want to be able to sing along with it. Even though I don't know much Spanish, I think this would be a really good song for me to practice with. But I really like this song. I think it definitely shows them, like I said, stepping out of their comfort zone, trying something new. The fourth song is Three Wishes, which was the fourth single that came out, and I believe the last single. And this is an iconic song on the album, okay? The chorus just cracks me up. I mean, if you're a Dance Gavin Dance fan, you probably agree. When I first heard this, I was just laughing because he literally just says, "Multiple stab wounds, multiple stab wounds, yeah." And I'm like, love it. I made a TikTok about it. I'll insert it right here. So yeah, love that. The chorus is so catchy, and I would love to see this song live. I think it would be so fun. I love the screaming sections during the verses, and I love the "oh" part where he sings that like during the chorus. It just gives me like a lot of fun summer vibes, so definitely digging this song. The fifth song is One in a Million, and I love the guitar in this song. I also feel like this could have been a single. Like, I'm glad they didn't release 5 singles. I think that's a lot, but I feel like this also could have been another single. It's a really great song to drive to, especially in the chorus, just gives you good vibes. My favorite part, just because it's so fun to sing along to, and I wanted to learn it, and now that I know it, I'm like, ugh, I love singing along to it. It's the post-chorus when he says, "Get straight, dominate, dictate faith, don't tolerate, you gotta contemplate, conglomerate." Like, I just love that part. It makes no sense. I mean, they're just finding words that end with 8 and just rhyming them. But that's what Dance Gavin Dance does, and I'm living for it, and that part is just so fun to sing along to. I also love the layered singing when he says, "Heal my soul cause I'm one in a million." Just sounds really, really cool. And Tillian singing Hallelujah and like hitting every high note is just like beautiful, fantastic, we love. The sixth song is Parody Catharsis. This one gives me artificial selection vibes, especially during the screaming sections, and I think it's a very underrated song on the album. I feel like not enough people talk about this one, and there's also like a very weird, deep Satan voice added into it, which like, is a nice touch. I'm not hating on it. The next song is Strawberries Wake. This was the second single. It's a fantastic single. Like, this is probably my favorite song on the album. It has a great message, it has a great beat, like overall just fantastic. The entire song is so much fun to like sing along to. It's another great song to drive to. And like I said, it has a great message. There's a lyric that says, "Nobody's perfect, but everyone's searching for sure." The best lyric, summer vibe lyric, is when it says, "Roll the windows down, let the breeze blow heavy, turn the music loud, let the fever come alive." Like that whole part, I just want to be road tripping with my friends, like just living it up. I love that part. Plus, another positive lyric is when he says, "I want you to matter to you, forget those backstabbers." Oh my god, like I just go off to this song. And this is the one, like I said, that like it's my favorite song on the album, and I think there's just so many good nuances to it, and it has such a positive message, which I love. The next song is Born to Fail. Tillian sings a lot of high notes throughout this song, like he really showcases his range. Another funny lyric, "This is the song you wish you wrote before you proved to the world you're a fucking joke." Amazing. It's kind of a diss track, low-key. Like, I mean, that was an example of it, but the lyrics are funny because they're basically like telling someone that like, oh, you think you're all that? Yeah, you're not. Which, once again, like a vibe, and I'm living for it. The ninth song is Parallels, another underrated song on this album. No one talks about this. Like, even if you look in like the Spotify top 10 songs by Dance Gavin Dance, and a lot of them are from this album now, this one is not on it, and I'm shocked because I love this one. I love the opening. I already have like a TikTok idea to make like a joke about the opening lyric. I think they're so funny. It goes, "I live alone, die alone, I'm my own boss." I mean, like, come on. Like, once again, another feel-good, empowering song. I also love when John yells, "I love myself and I love you too." Like, I want to see this one live too, because I love them and they love us, and it's like just good feelings, you know? So I really think that one is underrated, and I encourage you all to like check it out if you haven't. 10th song is Night Sway. I really like the drums in this song, like the solid drum beat in the background I think is really powerful. This one gives me Mothership vibes, which I've gotten a lot more into that album this summer, and I just have found like a new appreciation for it, and this song really reminds me of Mothership, so I think if you liked that album, I would definitely encourage you to check out this song. I think you'd like it. To me, it just sounds like it should be an older song. It sounds like it should be something they released years ago, which I always find it funny when bands release songs that sound like that. They kind of sound like their old music, because, I don't know, it's like, okay, there's their roots, you know? They're still connected. So I really like this song. The 11th song is Say Hi, and I always forget about this song. I feel like whenever I do album reviews, there's always like that one song that I just always forget exists on the album, and yeah, that's this one for Afterburner. I like always forget this exists. It's kind of all over the place, and honestly, it's probably my least favorite song on the album, which I think is why I tend to forget about it. There's just like weird screaming parts where John's just like groaning and then like yelling, like he's just like, ah, and I'm like, oh, okay, me too, hun. Like, I don't know, it's all over the place, which I think works for some of their songs, but for this one, I'm just having trouble getting into it. I'm gonna keep listening to it, maybe it'll grow on me, but this is probably my least favorite on the album. The next song is Nothing Shameful, featuring Andrew Wells, who is from the band, I'm gonna butcher this name, I don't know, Idola, is that how you say it? Which I've never heard of, but he's a feature on this song. The transition of this after Say Hi is like abrupt, but it actually sounds really cool, so I encourage you guys to listen to them back to back. I love the opening of this song where they just say, "Take, all you do is take." Like, I don't know, I just think it kind of just really grabs your attention. It's a good hook. I really like Tillian's voice in this song and like all the high notes he hits. It's very satisfying sounding. And this one is also all over the place, but I like it. I think it works. And I think Andrew's voice also works really well with Tillian's. And the final song on the album is Into the Sunset, featuring Bill Murray, which is definitely like an interesting collab. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is not like two artists I would expect to collab, but it kind of works. Like, It's also a really great ending, I think, to the album, because I think the song is just like very cute. I don't know, has a very cute sound to it, has just very good vibes. It sounds like it would be at like the ending of a movie or something. So I think it works really well as an ending to the album. There's a lot of really neat background sounds in the song that work really well with the vocals from Bill Murray. So I think it works really well together. There's a bunch of really catchy sections in the song, and I really like this one. This is one that I also kind of forget exists, but then I hear it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great one, you know? So I think that it ends the album in a really great way. Okay, so those are my thoughts on all of the different songs. Now I'm gonna share some of my overall thoughts at the end of the album. You know, I do think that the first half of the album is a lot stronger than the second half. Or maybe I just need to like get into the second half a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, like I said, you have things like Night Sway and Say Hi, Nothing Shameful, which I think are just kind of all over the place. Some I like more than others, but all of like my favorite songs are in the first like 7 tracks, you know, the first really half of the album. So I do think the first half is a bit stronger. They clearly, you know, tried some new things with some of like the features in the song, obviously having Bill Murray, having Andrew Wells. They use a lot of different sounds, which I've never heard before, which I love when they try that. And obviously, you know, the song in Spanish is super cool, very different, and I love it. I really give them props, especially because they've been around for so long, the members have changed, like, they're still trying new things and they're still putting out great music. And like I said, to continue off that, I think it's super impressive that after being a band for so long, they can continue to pump out like a fantastic album one after another with so many bangers, because I really do think this album is great. Like, I'm gonna keep listening to it. It's on, you know, my faves list. Like, it's definitely a contender, I think, for potential, you know, favorite albums of 2020. So I'm really proud of them for this. I think it's a great album, and I'm really excited to potentially maybe hear some of these songs live. I don't know, their tour got pushed back to the fall. I'm not gonna hold my breath that it's gonna happen, but I am really excited at some point to see some of these new songs live, because like I said, like, they just have really great positive vibes in this album. I think there's a lot of great positive messages, some fun kind of like diss track vibes, you know, and I just think it's a lot of fun. So I encourage you guys to all check it out if you like Dance Gavin Dance, if you like a mix between really amazing singing and really great screaming and just some funny lyrics. I don't know, I think this album kind of came at a perfect time. I think it's a really great album for this year and for this summer, because it does give you kind of a carefree vibe, makes you want to dance, makes you feel good about yourself, makes you just want to like scream and dance. Like, literally the other night I was outside on my deck blasting this album through my speaker and just dancing and vibing, and like people were driving past, biking past, were looking at me, and I just kept grooving because it just puts you in like a feel-good mood, kind of like takes you away from all the craziness in the world, you know. So I would definitely encourage you guys to check it out. I really like it. I'm gonna keep listening to it, and yeah. Well, there you guys go. Those are my thoughts on Dance Gavin Dance's newest album, Afterburner. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know your favorite song, your overall thoughts on the album, and if you guys are trying to see them in the fall, if you guys have tickets, you know, and what song you guys are most excited to see live, because I'd love to hear that. But other than that, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!